Hello, Miss Carol Walters. How you doing, darling? How you doing today? Oh, it's been coming a flood here. It just quit raining. I'm just taking it easy for a few minutes. Thought I'd see if anybody was around. What you up to today? Boy, it come a flood here. What you saying, Mr. Mobang? Yeah, I had all kind of stuff planned for today, but it didn't include 2 inches of rain. Sometimes that's not bad, Carol. What are you up to, Mobang? Yeah, you still melting down, huh? Oh, I need to do that too. Oh, they get it back down all right, Carol? Yeah, I got to buy me another machine. I had one I kept up with mine pretty good. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, any blood pressure medicine they give you will slow you down. If I want to waste about 2 hours, I can get one from a VA, but they're not that high. What is Rocky doing? What are you doing, Rocky? Poking your nose and everything? Yeah, you need to go get that done, especially as much as you're traveling. That stress will do knock that blood pressure up, I guarantee you. And I let Rocky out a while ago. He come in, he was muddy. Hell, that card, they changed this deal here. If, like I am, I'm 100% on the BA. But if I get sick on the road, I can go in any hospital I want to go to, or the closest one. Oh, he just out. It's been raining like crazy out here, and I guess he just running through mud puddles. He had the zoomies. He had mud plumb up to his elbows. That's one thing about that dog, though. He get muddy, and in just a few minutes, it just doesn't stick to him. He comes off. That Yorkie I had, Lord, he'd make a brick of mud. Yeah. We got a red bird here, and I guess he sees his reflection in the glass on this RV. He get outside and flop that one and peck on it and land. Yeah. Boy, we have here. It's been raining since last night. Well, it started raining right after the eclipse, and on and off, and it's been raining ever since. Well, if you got 80%, of course you'd have to quit doing some of the stuff you're doing. But 80%, you can file for unemployability, and that'll give you 100% on the checks. Hello, Lily. Only trouble with that is you can't work at 100%. If it's 100% service connected, you make all the money you want. You can. How you doing today, Miss Lily? Like this little stay I had in the hospital when I had that surgery and stuff. That's over $500,000. and it won't cost me a dime before it's over with. Have to argue with them about a little of it. Ow! Right. Dummy. Yeah. Yeah, I've got to push myself right now. I got lazy. Need to get off of that. Yeah, you can't just sit. You got to be doing something. Hello, Ringo. Yeah, I need to do that to my van too. I just about made up my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and start rigging that van out, and I get the chance where I can get a high top, just have everything work screwed down. Yeah, I'm gonna get it cleaned out where I can use it anyway. When I took that trip to Ironwood, well, I'd been out of the hospital for 3 or 4 days, and I was still real weak, and that bending over killed me. But now it don't bother me so bad. I need to get my impact out and take them clips out of the floor where all them seats were hooked up. And I'll start building up the inside then. I already got the bed frame in there and built up, so. And then I'm gonna try to plan this thing to where I go to Oregon, uh, that I could stop in Salt Lake and get that high top put on the way to Oregon. Don't know if I can get all that worked out or not. I still want one on it if I'm gonna keep this thing. I'm gonna have to figure out some roll up curtains with them snaps on it like you use. Did you double that material or were them snaps that hold? That's the only thing wrong with that van. Got all them windows in it. But so far, I like it. Get it rigged on out. I just don't want as much stuff in it as most people put. I'd rather have a little bit of room in there. Dang, am I still here? Somebody type something. I think this thing froze up. If y'all can hear me, type a 1 in the chat. Okay. All right. Appreciate it, Rango. The chat has done got slow, and I thought done went offline or something. All right. So you working, huh? Yeah, they got plenty of energy anyway if you can keep them pointed the right direction. What state you looking in, Rango? Ah, okay. Getting everything ready to go. You were in Texas here a while back, weren't you, Rango? Hey, Two Eggs, how you doing today? Tell you what, battery's not cheap anymore. I'm doing good. You didn't make the Texas trip. Okay, I thought that you were thinking about it, or I thought you were out here. Sunfish! You know, after I talked to you last night, Sunfish, I got to thinking, I wonder how come Sunfish doesn't raise pigeons. And a motorcycle trip. All right. I miss being able to ride my bike. I was looking at them on it. You know what they're getting for a squab sunfish? Yeah, they've been around a long time. I got to done a little reading on that last night. I've got a Honda Rebel 500, and then I've got a Harley Road Glide with sidecar on it. I like that little Honda 500 better than the Road Glide. No, I was looking at that sunfish. I was looking at those squabs. They get $30 a piece for them. I mean, that's dress. Yeah. Well, when I was using that bike all the time, I had a little Yorkie, and he went with me all the time. Most of what I used, yeah, and they don't make one anymore, but they used to make one. It was a little bit underpowered. This 500 will run 100 if you wanted to. I don't run that hard, but it's got plenty of power to get out of the way. And throw a pretty good load. I really like that bike. A lithium way to go, it looks like. I don't think they made that 250 in a while. Two eggs, most of what I used that sidecar for was camping gear. And you can put a whole camp in that sidecar. And I had one of these deals that strapped down on the back that catfish that little Yorkie of mine could get in. I made a trip up all the way from Texas to Idaho with it. Where you going? How big a trip you planning? Two eggs? Yeah, you need to. I like to camp, but motorcycle camping is a blast. And summertime coming on, them that burn hotels, motels are getting so expensive. You nearly got to camp if you want to do quite a bit of running. Y'all hang on just a minute. I gotta let Rocky out. Sorry about that, but you know who rules the roost around here, Mr. Rocky. One thing I had to start. I'm bad about getting on one or getting a vehicle either, and running 500-600 miles, and that ain't the way to enjoy it. You got some pretty roads there in Arkansas. I tell you what, planning trips has fun. I'm getting the itch to do a before it gets too hot to do a tent camping trip. I tell you what, them tires don't last long. If I was gonna keep this road glide of mine with that sidecar on it, I'd fix put a car tire on the back of it. I don't know if I'd do that on a two-wheeler or not, but on a three-wheeler it worked good. It's a pain in the butt to change that rear tire on that road glide. Okay. When I was riding, I put 85,000 miles on them bikes in about 2.5 years. And that's all them bikes added together. I had let's see, what was it? Harley Street, uh, 500 for a while. And I wasn't really impressed with that bike. And I traded it in on this road glide. So I had it. And then I bought a little bike. What's the name of that thing? That little bitty cheap bike that Honda got out. Ran it for a while and sold it. And then I bought a 300 Rebel. Run it for a while, and it would do everything, but you were getting it pretty hard if you sitting there on 75, sitting there rolling. So I traded it off for that 500, and that 500 is I love that bike. After losing this one kidney, the doctor told me, said, you might want to get off that bike. I said, it don't take much to damage the kidney, and you ain't got but one left, so I figure I'm going to listen to him. I'm going to get rid of him. That was a quick little old bike. It didn't get to that 70 right quick, though. They're good looking bikes, too. Another thing I liked about the motorcycles, that 70 and 80 miles a gallon. Fill his van up at $100 and fill that 500 up, and it cost about $8 or $9. Mine's not real loud. That noise gets worse, aggravates me after a while. That Honda's quiet. Ooh, yeah. I get all this stuff ironed around, get both them bikes sold, and get my van rigged up pretty good. I may wind up buying one of them little CT 125 trails just to hang up on the back of the van. And then some neat little bikes. And you can hear one of them Harleys coming for half a mile. The fastest bike I ever owned was a 900 Kawasaki. They made it 1 year. That thing run 160. They call it the Widowmaker. And it was. That's the only bike I've ever been scared of. You could be running along 70 miles an hour and just crank down on it and the front wheel will start coming up. How many miles you got on your bike? I guess I've done got old. Motorcycles will run plenty fast for me. You just about buy another motorcycle for what that Screaming Eagle package cost. Sunfish, did you hear what I said a while ago about how much they were getting for them squads? You buy something. I got a couple of friends of mine that bought new Harleys. I mean, some good looking bikes. And I don't believe they put 1,000 miles on them things this last year. I asked them what the hell they bought the motorcycle for if they wasn't going to ride it. And that's one thing I'm going to have to get rid of these two or I'll get back on them. That Road King's a popular bike to I looked at a three-wheeler, one of them tri-glides here a while back, 100 grand. Ain't no way in hell a motorcycle worth $100,000. Of course, it was decked out, but I liked that sidecar, but I didn't like him through with her. Sunfish. When you were talking about you like to eat the pigeons, was it a squab or was it a full grown pigeon? There you go. They getting them too fancy. They got enough electronics on them that you get one short and no, they don't tell them what you spent. Yeah, that's what my roads like done on it, the horseback. I tell you what, there ain't nothing wrong with any of them. If they suit you, the reason I went to that Rebel, it was so much lighter, and the damn 900-pound Harley is hard to pick up. I can pick a Rebel up, but that Harley, they gotta have some help. Ain't as young as they used to be. I can still usually get one up, but and you gonna, something's gonna happen that the thing's gonna lay down. I've had mine. I haven't laid my Harley down, but twice I've had it on kickstands and the damn kickstand gave way or the ground gave way under it. And if you ride one long enough, you're gonna have one laying on their side. Well, folks, I just gonna pop on here and see what was going on, and if anybody was doing anything. I need to get around and do a couple of things right quick. You too, Egg. Everybody in the room, I appreciate y'all coming in. We will holler at y'all later. I'll probably be on about 10:30 tonight. I'm sort of getting that spot back. That's where I got started at.